I'm last, and I'm guessing that you're all thinking about the food and drink that's coming, and probably not in that order. So this is like a little speed presentation, and I thought I'd actually start off by showing you our advert, because if you haven't been to the tour, it will just add a little bit of context about what we are.
It's probably the coolest thing ever. That's the only way to describe it, really. You're walking around and can't leave your in there. It's actually where they built Harry Potter. You're inside the real Hogwarts. Stood where the original actors stood. I took a little picture to show my friends. You can drink fast and play with them. I even got to ride a broomstick, just like Harry. The people there are amazing. They even show you how to cast spells. I saw Dumbledore's office and the Great Hall. And Diamond Island.
Go behind the scenes of the most successful film series of all time.
It's absolutely brilliant.
Book online to discover your inner child.
So there are three quite unique points about the tour that I just thought it'd be useful to start off with. Firstly, we're Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers is all about reputation and quality, and therefore we invest heavily in the tour all the time. It's Harry Potter. Harry Potter is a global brand with a massive fan base, and that is very, very important to us. And also we're pre-book only. And often when I say we're pre-book only, people say, oh yeah, we pre-book. We're pre-book only. We do not take any walk-up visitors at all. It is actually a planning condition. And that means that we always know how many visitors we've got coming, and unlike my colleagues who are always trying to balance the operation around the numbers, for us it's great for our experience, because on our busiest days we never get busier than full. I was asked to talk about strategy, and I thought I would just run through our 4 key principles of how we operate the tour. I joined, as Martin said, right at the very beginning, and in fact these principles have remained more or less the same from that very first branding exercise. We tweak and change all the time, but in principle they're the same. And first of all, we're real and authentic. We're not a theme park, we have no rides, we're an inside walking attraction where you walk through the sets, props and costumes that were actually used through the Harry Potter film series. The films were made for 10 years in the studio that's adjacent to the tour. And I've got a picture here of how the tour starts, and that's Chelsea. She's opening the Great Hall doors, just as they did on the first film of Harry Potter, going into Hogwarts. You can walk on the flagstones where all the cast walked. You can see the tables, the graffiti where the bored kids graffitied the tables, and then you can move forward into the tour, go into Dumbledore's office, see his chair, and see more actually than the films, because there's a telescope at the back of Dumbledore's office which cost, it was the most expensive prop ever made for the films, and it never featured in any at all, because Richard Harris couldn't get in and out very easily. So there's all the authenticity from the film, and everything we do is real. And it's great for us because the studio is next door. All of the craftsmen and women who worked on those films are coming back now to the studio to work on other films. And so they can come into the tour and really bring everything to life for us. So we can have our prop maker, Pierre Bohanna, coming in, carving wands with the kids. And we can have, we have Mina Lima, who are the graphic designers for our 2nd birthday recently. We position ourselves as the Harry Potter experts for films. Everything to do with the Harry Potter films, we want to be part of that discussion. We tell everything from the behind the scenes position, so we're not an immersive experience. In this instance, for example, we have Death Eaters. We'd be talking about the costume, how intricate it is. Think about Voldemort as his power grew through the films, his cloaks became longer and longer and darker. As Dolores Umbridge became more powerful, she got pinker and pinker in that fabulous pink and gold office. So this is Paul Harris, who was the choreographer from the Harry Potter films. There are actually wand combat moves that were used for the fights, and he developed them, and he comes into the tour, and we actually have a little interactive where he teaches those moves. So we're all about the behind the scenes. We're the experts. Great for social media, of course, as well. We're a good value brand. We don't like to charge for any annoying extras. We also don't discount. We charge absolutely top rate. But for example, our car park is free. We have meet and greeters in the car park. It really relaxes our visitors, and they love that because they turn up to the tour completely relaxed and ready for their day out. No worries at all. Our guest satisfaction is very high, and I think that's one of the reasons why we do so well on our TripAdvisor reviews, and we work really hard to get those TripAdvisor reviews. So think perhaps about what you can do to get people to go on post-visit and review you. But we do really well with them, 97% excellent and very good. We think that that is the highest rating attraction in the world, and we're very proud of that. And Laura Watson is sitting at the back there. She's now hiding, and she's our visitor experience director. And if you want to know anything about staff training and motivation that we do, I've got no time to tell you, but Laura's there and she will do, because I think that's really, really important for us. And finally, we're all about fun, and we're entertainment. We're in the movie business. We're the Harry Potter movies, and we want everybody to come to the tour and get involved, to get stuck into what we have to offer. So you can go on Hagrid's motorbike, you can take all of your own photographs, you can go inside the car, you can drink butterbeer like you saw in the advert, there's the broomstick riding. Once you arrive, we try and include everything and have really good fun. We do charge for the broomstick, that's our only charge. I think that I was asked to talk a little bit about the future as well, and we're Harry Potter and we're all about Harry Potter, and I think the most common question that I get asked is, what about Harry Potter? When will it end? When will it end? Well, there is absolutely no sign of Harry Potter finishing, ending, even calming at all. There is a huge, huge market there, and we've done a lot of branding research, and we know that the Harry Potter market is huge. We are still able to penetrate a huge audience. So we're all about Harry Potter into the future, and we're all about two things, I think, in how we develop our brand further: being part of it and sharing it. And by that I mean the dynamism of the experience, the changing environment within the tour, seasonal events, Wand Week, Animal Actors, and Hogwarts in the snow at Christmas. It's a takeaway for visitors. Then they can go onto our post-visit website and continue the experience at home, which leads to my Share It, which is all about social media. We have hashtags all over the tour. We encourage prolific photography. We have Facebook and Twitter. We have our team. They're working when ITV, for example, recently showed the Harry Potter films. Our team were working on Saturday afternoon, online, talking with all the fans, everybody who were picking up while that film was on. It was a good opportunity, and we really went to exploit it. So be part of it, get everybody involved, make it dynamic and interactive, and share it. Use social media, the growing audience, the young audience coming up through. We're also going to invest in a CRM project quite significantly to really make our data a lot more intelligent and help us to help our visitors get the most from their visit, and of course for our spends as well. I just wanted to I was asked Holly with taking a selfie with Hedwig. You can come and take a picture, kids with Hedwig at Privet Drive. It's really, really special. A great post-experience talking point. I just wanted to leave you just with a thought, because we're Harry Potter, we're Warner Brothers, we're full, to be honest. We're full every weekend, every school holiday, every bank holiday. But my personal view, and I think really has become part of our culture within the tour, is that every single visitor who comes into any contact point with us, we really, really need them. And we need more visitors. And every time we approach everything, we approach it to exceed the expectations of our visitors. Everything that we do is about exceeding expectations. It's about adding more value, offering a brilliant experience, using our education program. We've invested heavily in that to drive off-peak visits. And that in turn creates PR opportunities for us, and it gets people talking about us, social media discussion, word-of-mouth advertising, repeat visits, etc., etc. You know how that works. But I think you have to work really hard at it all the time to keep the interest and to keep everybody talking about your attraction. You don't have to take my word for all this, because I'm going to leave you just with a few thoughts from our visitors. We have generally very positive feedback, almost exclusively actually, and long may it last. And I'm just picking up on my strategy for all things Harry Potter, and later on this year we're going to develop our dark arts, which was slightly missing at the beginning. And also in spring 2015 we have a huge investment, and we'll be bigger and better from spring next year. Come and see us, find out what it is. Thank you very much.